I've always wanted to do a series to help folks learn about the different opportunities to make money from literally doing nothing. It physically pains me to see many folks losing money from everyday services that they could be getting paid for using. I'm talking about everyday services you use and typically take fees for. I will share with you services I like that eliminate fees and get you more money for literally doing nothing. I am not talking about starting your own YouTube channel or opening a dropship store or writing your own book. Sure, these are great for extra income, but don't feel entirely passive. I mean, those things take work, and I want to do nothing. I'm also not talking about making $1,000 a month, but more like an extra $1,000 a year. What could you do with an extra $1,000? This is a new series on my channel, and if you like this kind of stuff, subscribe and like the video. Today, let's talk about getting rid of your bank. Banks give you nothing for handling your money. In fact, most will charge you a monthly fee for not keeping a minimum or not using your debit card enough. What the fork? You're probably paying right now if you bank at a big bank such as Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Santander. Oh, did I forget to mention all the hidden fees and ATM fees? These banks make money off of your money by moving it around different investment vehicles. Why should you get nothing? After all, it is your money and they're making money from it. Even their savings accounts are trash, returning less than 1% for an entire year of savings. You're probably earning 2 cents for an entire year of your savings, and that's laughable. Today, there are dozens of online banks and cash management systems that will pay you an average of 2% interest for just banking with them. That's like 150% more than a savings account from one of those big banks. These online services don't require physical locations, so they pass their cost savings over to you and are rethinking financial services in the modern age. You might be thinking, what if I need to go into a bank? Well, why would you want to go into a bank? Wait in line and deal with paperwork. These services are designed so you don't have to step foot into a bank and have been around for the past decade. I'll admit, online banking had some rough patches when they started popping up, but after 10 years, their service is solid and growing. Need to issue a check? They will mail one for you. Need to deposit a check? Do it in the app. Cash? Pfft. Why are you carrying cash in the United States? I'll go over why cash doesn't make sense anymore in another video, but you're basically losing money carrying cash around and not having it work for you. Here are the biggest reasons to switch over. Free checking. That means no hidden fees, no monthly minimums, no debit card usage requirements, nothing. Get paid for having that checking account. You will get paid for literally doing nothing monthly. Just use it as your daily driver for banking as you normally would at a traditional bank. Your mileage will vary, but you make money for every day you have money in the account. In other words, if you just got your $1,000 paycheck and the next day paid all your bills, you will be paid for the day you received that $1,000 paycheck, and whatever is left over every day, that leftover money is in the account. As long as it's not empty, you will get paid. Cashback on spending with your debit card. I'm not a fan of spending with debit cards. You can get more money using a credit card, but I understand most people do spend with a debit card and maybe can't get a good enough credit card. Some of these guys will give you 1% cash back on everything. Debit Card Security. This is a big one. Let's say you lost your card or it was stolen. You can lock it in-app. This is usually a feature with credit cards, but really should be a critical feature with debit cards. They've made it super easy to manage this, and it's free, while other banks may charge you, and they'll have you call them and wait on the phone for a representative to just lock it. Free ATMs. All their ATMs are those dinky ATMs you see all over the place, and namely in Walgreens or CVS that normally charge you a bunch of fees. With online banks, they will pay you the fee back, making those ATMs free to use. I don't know how many times I've had to search for my old bank's ATM and had to inconveniently travel out of my way to get cash without the fee. Now that I think of it, I spent more money and time looking for those ATMs than if I just paid the fee. In 2019 and going into 2020, there's no excuse to keep your money at a place that doesn't pay you for having it there. Here are some online banks and money management apps I like. All come with the same features I mentioned before to switch over. They are insured and have standard features like direct deposit and check deposit. Empower. I personally use this one. They have the most beautiful user experience in an app I've ever used. They make all other banking apps look stuck in 1999. Quick facts: 1.4% interest on checking, 1% cash back on debit card use, free ATMs, no fees, free checking. Their app also includes spend tracking and an awesome ability to link other financial accounts for further tracking of investments. I can even track my crypto here. NBKC, a great standard simple bank. The biggest thing for me here is they are searchable when you're trying to link your account to services like Venmo. They've made that really easy. But other than that, they're just a really standard solid bank with great customer service. Same features as Empower, but with 1% checking, no cash back on debit spends, and no spend tracking. But great overall, as I said, with phone customer service. T-Mobile Money. Yeah, that's right. If you don't know, T-Mobile started a banking service. If you have T-Mobile, I would highly recommend them. 4% interest on checking up to $3,000, and then 1% after that, and you get paid for both. Free ATMs, no fees, free checking. You'll need a T-Mobile account to get the high 4% interest, but I will say from experience after leaving T-Mobile for Mint Mobile, I'm still getting that 4% interest. Woo! Also, a tip on this, I've had a hard time connecting this account to services like Venmo or getting a loan deposited to it. I recommend having this account with another bank like NBKC to handle those services. To put that 4% into perspective, you can make $125 a year for simply just keeping $3,000 in there. This is a short list. There are dozens now, and today it seems like everyone is trying to offer a comparable financial service. These are just my recommendation for high interest, solid services that I have personally used. Listen, even Google will be trying to enter financial services. Robinhood and M1 Finance are also offering accounts with roughly 1.5 to 2% with the same free features. Please note, I can think of one major bank that is offering something competitive to these services, but I am purposefully leaving them out. I mean, after all, these are the same dudes that have been stealing money from us for centuries. Let's not go back to them. Bottom line, get paid for literally living your everyday life with a different banking service. Do your own research and make the switch today. Here's a bonus. Want to cut down on your phone bill? Try Mint Mobile. This saves me $540 a year in phone bills. Imagine what you can do with that money. Let me know in the comments if you plan on switching and who you plan on switching to. Also, all of my recommendations have been placed in the description, so feel free to check them out there. Peace.